Alright guys, I have a Toyota Corolla here with a few codes, system to lean, evap purge. Most of this is probably going to be the solenoid, but the issue that this car is having is it's hard start. It doesn't really start in the morning. It takes a long time for it to start, and I'm going to show you guys how to diagnose that real quick, because most of the time, especially on Toyotas, Lexus, I've seen some Fords do it too. If you have a bad evap purge solenoid, which is this right here, you'll have those symptoms. So the way to test it is we're going to take our vacuum gauge, and dude, this is probably one of the best tools I've ever bought from Harbor Freight. It was about $100, but it works for so many different things. But I only like using it to check vacuum and maybe pressure. Anyways, so what we're going to do, we're going to set this to vacuum. I'm going to put this end on the little pump, and what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the line that goes to the intake. Nothing else, just the line that goes to the intake. If you want, you can disconnect it straight from the purge solenoid, but I like to take it from here because then you have the rest of the lines and you can see if there's any other kind of leaks. So you're going to shove that in there to airtight seal. Alright, now we have it all set up. We are on vacuum, ready to go ahead and pump it. So now what this has to do is when you pump it, it's got to start climbing down slowly. And you see I'm pumping it and there's nothing. Now if you take the other end off and you plug it with your finger and you do the same thing, pump it, you can see it starts to slowly hold pressure. And this is what it's supposed to do without you plugging it with your finger. So if you let go, that's a bad purge solenoid. We've replaced that 3 times already with aftermarket parts, but with Toyota and Lexus, you want to go ahead and stick with OEM, because if it's not OEM, it's gonna last probably a few days. So that's it. Okay, and this isn't the case for every car, all right? I'm just showing you guys the most common thing that happens. I had one of my coworkers in here who was dealing with a Toyota Tundra, and he had the same thing going on. Hard start, it would frickin', especially in the mornings because they heat soak. So I printed this out. These are all the codes that we had. Engine starts hard, replace evap or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But as you guys can see, that evap solenoid was not holding anything. It lasted literally 3 days, and then it went bad again. So that's why Toyotas, only OEM, expensive, but it'll work.